Do you want the Nanches?
Tell him we going for Canelo next.
Yes.
Let's
go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
At 36 years old, Terence Crawford has made it clear that he is only interested in fights that can become part of boxing history, and a showdown with Canelo Alvarez looks like the biggest opportunity possible right now. Terence Crawford has been targeting the fight for months, while Canelo Alvarez sees it as another chance to strengthen his legacy as one of the sport's greatest stars. With support from Turkey Alshik, the fight now appears closer than ever after reports suggested Canelo has finally agreed to move forward with negotiations. Terence Crawford recently changed the direction of his career when he dominated Errol Spence Jr. in one of the biggest fights in boxing. The victory unified the welterweight division and secured Crawford's place in history. From the opening round, Crawford controlled the action with sharp accuracy, timing power, and ring intelligence. He completely outclassed Spence and stopped him in the 9th round, becoming the first male boxer in the 4-belt era to become undisputed champion in 2 different weight classes while staying undefeated.
He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's a weight classes for a.
After his huge win over Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford immediately raised his ambitions even higher by targeting Canelo Alvarez, who competes 3 divisions above him and remains one of boxing's biggest attractions. For Crawford, this fight is about legacy rather than easy victories, because he wants to prove he belongs among the greatest fighters of this generation. On the other side, Canelo Alvarez has shown hesitation about fighting a naturally smaller opponent despite Crawford's achievements. Canelo has repeatedly stated that he would receive little credit for defeating someone who spent most of his career at lighter weights. Fighting at 168 pounds, Canelo sees Crawford, who last competed at 147, as too small for the matchup, and at one stage even suggested Crawford should face Teofimo Lopez first, which many fans interpreted as avoiding the fight.
Fight Teofimo first, and then we'll see, right? At the end of the day, like I said before, I'm not asking for that fight. They want to make that fight because it's a payday, obviously, but I don't want that fight. I think.
Still, Terence Crawford continued pushing for the matchup, and fan demand kept growing. The conversation intensified after Canelo Alvarez's recent fight against Edgar Berlanga. Most people expected an easy knockout victory for Canelo, but Berlanga surprised many by lasting all 12 rounds. Canelo dominated the action and even dropped Berlanga with a hard left hook in the 3rd round, yet the challenger recovered and continued fighting until the final bell. Although Canelo won comfortably on the scorecards, the fact that he could not stop Berlanga created fresh discussions about his current form.
Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Alshik calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
Canelo, a legend recognizes another young beast. Well done. On both.
Realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk.
Work. I heard him say, "I'm easy work." If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. So let's not.
Sensational. Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol.
Johnny Boy Boxing Fight Hype. I just want to ask you, what do you think about Terence Crawford? What do we think about Terence Crawford's performance, and do you want to get a fight with him?
if the money is right, I mean,
$100 million. I heard Turkey offered you a big money already.
Some fans have started questioning whether Canelo Alvarez still has the same finishing ability he once displayed, because he has now gone several fights without a knockout since stopping Caleb Plant in 2021. During the post-fight press conference, Canelo initially avoided discussing a potential fight with Terence Crawford, which seemed consistent with his earlier stance on the matchup.